Welcome back. I'm Dr. Jamie Richards here at the Life by Design Center, and you are watching the Everything You Need to Know Spinal Show. This is the first episode. I'm really excited about this. You're probably going to see on a regular basis our trusty friend, the spine. We could probably come up with a fancy name for him and make him a part of the show. But really, for now, today's episode, it's the spine, and we're going to talk a lot about the spine and the nervous system specifically. Probably you're going to learn more in many ways than you ever maybe wanted to about the spine. And if you're watching this show and that is of no interest to you, then go ahead and just turn it off and go check out one of the other shows on the Life by Design Center channel, which are the Bulletproof Kids, Health Hack, and Fit Club TV. That said, if you want to learn more about the spine and why this plays an important role in your health, your function, I think for a lot of you, it's going to uncover a missing link. If you're already someone who's taking care of their spine or taking the correct actions, then it's just going to add value to that and help you understand more about why you're doing that. Today, it's just the 101 basics. I want you to be able to go back to this video and understand some of the fundamentals that are, key to really understanding why we would do anything about this. So when you look at the spine, we'll talk about development of the spine on one of the Bulletproof Kids episodes. But for today, let's just focus on the adult spine. It has three curves. And if you look at from the lateral view, which we'll talk about today, you have this curve in the upper spine. It's a C-shaped curve called the cervical curve. You have the thoracic curve, and then you have the lumbar curve. Okay. Now the spine is made up of 24 movable segments. There's some other segments in here at the base that are fused together, but in most cases, now there's some outliers, but in most cases, there's 24 movable segments here. The neat thing about the spine and the nervous system is this is an organ. When people think about taking care of their heart or their lungs or their kidneys, this is an organ, and it's a very important organ. Along the pathway here are hundreds of ligaments, all kinds of muscles that attach in and around the spine and nervous system. And of course, in between all of the bones is the central nervous system, or the brain, the spinal cord, and then the spinal roots, and then out branching to all the different systems in the body and then sending information back and forth. There's lots of components to the nervous system, which we'll talk about on future episodes. But for today, I want you to understand this. The way we're supposed to have this designed is that the spine is meant to be stacked up. So from the lateral view, if you were to look at yourself in the mirror or have somebody look at you or take a picture and you could actually view this, really should be your ear, your shoulder, your hip, knee and ankle, all stacked up on top of one another with the curves running between there and then the gravitational line running straight through. When we do that, it really creates a nice, healthy, safe structure for the body, protects the nervous system. And when we move away from or deviate from this norm, that's when we start to bring into play structural stresses, neurological problems, and lots of collateral damage that creates. Now, most people don't realize, you might recognize the spine is important for, say, mobility or stability, but because of its role in the nervous system, which we'll dig into a lot on this show, it plays a role in a lot of functions that are unknown to people. Things like digestion, or things like tissue repair, things like stress and how our body manages and adapts to stress, our immune system, our brain function. So there's lots of different pieces to the role and the functions of the spine. So I want you to take that for today, think about it. One of the homework assignments you can do, if you haven't done this before, is get somebody to take a picture of yourself, of your structure from the side. Just get a good look at where the ear sits in relationship to the shoulder. Is it on top of the shoulder and stacked up? Is it way forward, or what we call an anterior distorted position? If it is, that's a problem. It's something we'll go into deeper. But for now, just do an audit of yourself and see where you're at with that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of the Everything You Need to Know Spinal Show. I'm Dr. Jamie Richards. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. I'll do my best to answer them or bring them up on a future episode. Until next time, make it a great day.